A story created by Fábio Cataflam. Title: The Song of the Unicorn and the Moon. Chapter 5. The Heart and the Blade. The desert wind was hot and dry, carrying with it the distant scent of spices and dust. Sunshine and Elunaria had left Valderan behind, following trails few dared travel. The city had thanked them with gifts and supplies, but Sunshine knew it wasn't just gratitude that followed them. Rumors travel faster than any horse. "We're close," Elunaria said, adjusting her hood to shield her golden hair. "The Shidar camp doesn't usually stay in one place for long, but I sense that this time, they're waiting." "Waiting for what?" Sunshine asked, her voice low, as if afraid of waking something in the sands. She simply smiled, a smile that explained nothing. The camp emerged as dusk fell, revealing tents embroidered with golden thread that gleamed in the last of the sun. Banners bearing lunar symbols waved gently, and the sound of slow drums marked an almost hypnotic rhythm. The Shidar were a nomadic people known as the Keepers of Secrets. They wore light robes and carried curved blades strapped to their waists. Their eyes were watchful, their steps silent. The leader, a tall man with tanned skin and eyes as clear as salt, welcomed Elunaria as if he had known her for centuries. "Daughter of the light," he said, inclining his head. "You have come at last, to bring the heart to us." Sunshine frowned. "Heart? I think there's been some mistake." "There hasn't been," the leader replied, looking at him. "You are the bearer." Elunaria placed a light hand on Sunshine's arm, as if asking for patience. "They follow an ancient prophecy." In the central tent, lit by oil lamps, the leader told the story. Long ago, when the sky was still divided between 3 moons, there was a war in the celestial realm. A creature was born from the meeting of fury and purity, the war unicorn. Its mission was to protect the bridge between worlds. But, as the centuries passed, that mission was forgotten. And the creature began to wander, cursed to carry both light and shadow. "You're saying, that creature is me," Sunshine said, with a mixture of irony and disbelief. "Not you," the leader corrected, "but the spirit that lives within you. And that is why we seek the heart of the blade. Only it can break the cycle of the curse." Elunaria silently watched Sunshine's reaction. He avoided her gaze, as if meeting her gaze would admit that a part of him wanted to believe. "And where is this blade?" he asked finally. The leader looked at Elunaria. "The blade answers only to the daughter of light." That night, far from the tents, Elunaria and Sunshine sat on a dune. The sky was an ocean of stars, and the full moon painted the sands silver. "Did you know?" he asked, his voice low. "I knew there was something special. Not everything. But I felt it when I heard your request the night we met. The spirit within you. Elunaria to mine." Sunshine sighed, looking at the horizon. "I've spent my life running away from people so I wouldn't hurt them. And now they say all of this is part of something bigger." "Maybe it's not about running away," she said, leaning her head against his shoulder. "Maybe it's about learning to use what you have." Silence fell, heavy but not uncomfortable. The wind carried the distant sound of drums, like a heartbeat in the distance. Sunshine didn't know if she wanted this blade, but she knew that as long as Elunaria was beside him, the weight seemed less unbearable. End of chapter 5.